No.
Why? Stay down here for a minute.
Oh, they told me that after you have a hysterectomy, that your body goes hot and cold. But I've suffered with this for 2 years now, and when you get hot, and you can't escape from it. You can't even sit in the fridge freezer to get away from it. It's just hot. I just feel hot, and I just want to... It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But, yeah, I just thought that this would be an important vlog to see, you see, because this is what you suffer with after having a full hysterectomy, which is due to, you know, the ovarian cancer. I had my womb, cervix, ovaries, fallopian tubes, spleen, and the lining of my stomach removed, which has sent me straight into the change, which I'm convinced I was already in anyway. So I get really hot and cold, and you just can't escape from it, and it's just like really horrible. So I'm now sitting in the bathroom with the window open. It's icy cold outside, but it's just hot. Yeah, so anyway, I went and had my full hysterectomy on the 7th of February, I think it was. I went in. The way that this started was, for me, the way it started was 2.5 years ago, when they felt that I had a nervous breakdown and they were treating me for a mental illness. I was very sick. I lost a lot of weight. I lost 3 stone within a matter of 6 weeks. I got no energy, no life. I felt like that I was dying anyway, because that's how I felt, that all the life had been sucked out of me, and so anyway, that's where it started for me. But from a doctor's point of view, how we got to my diagnosis was before Christmas. I had lots of pressure and lots of pain in my bum, and when you've been in labour, women could relate to this, because it felt like I was pregnant and I wanted to push a baby out, you know, do that bear down into the bottom feeling. So much pressure, so painful. I could barely walk, I couldn't sit down. Went to the doctors. This was after I'd moved back into my house, because unfortunately July of last year, 9th of July of last year, we had a runaway car crash into our house, which meant that we had to move out and move into temporary accommodation. So we'd only just moved back into the house towards the end of November of 2012. So a bit of a traumatic year last year was for us, but moved back in, went to the doctors. Doctor examined me. After seeing the 3rd doctor, a doctor decided to examine me and said that my womb had prolapsed. Sent me for an emergency vaginal ultrasound. I came out from the ultrasound and I'd asked the woman if she could tell me anything, and she said, can't really say anything, but looks like that you've got some cyst water appearances on your ovaries, which was, you know, that made me not feel good. But knowing that I've known for the past 2.5 years that there's been something wrong with me, and to finally get an answer felt okay. And then from there it all happened really quick. They reported on my smear. Then I went straight to oncology department to see a surgeon in the oncology department. Went to speak to a head surgeon who had explained to me that they could see a mass. I wanted to do a CT scan, and then after my CT scan, went back to see my surgeon, and she said that there was a big mass on my one ovary, another mass on my other ovary, and it's got to come out. Went into surgery in February, and had my hysterectomy done, and we're now the 8th of March, I think still. I did a blog this morning. Yeah, so I've had my baby sac removed. I had my diagnosis of ovarian cancer. Told that I need to go for chemotherapy, 2 lots of chemotherapy. One that's got to be applied for to the government, but Mr. Bailey, my consultant, is convinced that I'm going to get it. So, and on my second session of chemotherapy, I shall have this new drug that they're using specifically for ovarian cancer, and it does sound good. So I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, this just all started from the hot sweat. I just needed to share it. And so now you know a little bit more of my story. Or some people call it hell, some people call it unfortunate, some people call it unlucky, some people... But it's my life at the end of the day. And if you tuning into my life is going to make you feel easier about what you're going through, then, you know, go ahead. I'm cooling down now. I'm not quite so frantic. Yeah, feeling better now. So I'll talk to you later.